So today you're in for a treat. I am going to share with you 7 tips on how to get to live to be 100. Welcome to my channel. Now, some of you know that I have been lately doing a lot of research and trying to find out not only how to improve my health, but what are the things that I can possibly do to proactively become healthier and live a longer life. This is something that it started with my granddaughter who wanted me to live to be 100. So I have been researching and doing all kinds of reading. Actually, I'm reading this book, which I highly recommend. It's called The Blue Zone Solutions. And it talks about what eating and living like the world's healthiest people. This is by Dan Buettner. And what are those things that they're doing? What are some of the things that we can pick up from the centenarians and learn why is it that they are active and happy and healthy? So today, this is why I wanted to share with you. But before I do that, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you do not miss out on any of my videos. And if you are one of my subscribers already, welcome. You are going to really enjoy this. This is going to have a lot of great information. And stay until the end because the last tip is kind of interesting and kind of comical. So let's get started. But first, let me give you a couple of facts. Did you know that by the year 2050, 32 million people will become centenarians? They're going to get to live to be 100 or beyond. And the majority of the centenarians that live today are women. Yay! So the 5 areas that represent this blue zone are Icaria, Greece, Okinawa, Japan, Oglasta region in Sardinia, Loma Linda in California, and Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica. Tip number 1, they cook at home and they do not do a lot of carry out or eating out. When we cook our meals, we have more control, of course, of the ingredients that we use. We really don't know what ingredients restaurant foods have been prepared with, and I will guess that they're probably mostly processed foods. Now, this quick eating trend can put us at a risk for weight gain, heart disease, and diabetes. Now, there was a study done at Johns Hopkins Center for a Livable Future, and it showed that people who frequently cooked at home, they eat healthier diets and intend to consume smaller portions. Also, when eating at home, it brings family together, and that bonding improves mental health. I so remember that because I grew up with a European family and we always ate together. We always had people coming over. They brought food and there was a sense of community and laughter. And it was just such a great feeling. So I can totally understand what that means. Tip number 2, they eat homegrown or farm-grown food. When you have your own garden, you are the gardener and you are in charge of how to grow it. See, fruits and vegetables that ripe in the garden have so much more nutrients than some of the store-bought ones. They are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Also, homegrown foods will reduce the chance of contamination. Some store produce may have some disturbing truth. And I hate to tell you this, but of course, first of all, it might not be fresh. And I read this that really disturbed me, that some produce might be as old as 1 year. What? It's called controlled atmosphere storage. This is used to keep the fruit fresh until it's ready to be sold. Some are treated with ethylene gas to preserve it. That is very disturbing. Tip number 3, centenarians live a simple life. Centenarians like to spend time in nature, and they keep a very slow pace, and they avoid stress at all costs. See, we live in a society where being busy all the time is almost a glorified encouragement. Stress symptoms can affect our lives, and we might not even realize it. It can affect our body, thoughts, and behavior. Avoiding stress and living a simpler life might help us live longer. And it's not that the centenarians do not have stress. They just know how to deal with it. And here's something really interesting. The way that they shed the stress is some of them take a few moments each day to remember their ancestors. Others like to meditate and pray. They also take naps, and they do happy hour. Tip number 4, they drink green tea and they eat fish. A study in Japan showed that people that drank 5 cups of green tea a day had a lower risk of dying of heart disease. And those that consumed a diet rich in omega-3 lived an extra 2.2 years. See, green tea contains healthy bioactive compounds, and it's made from unoxidized leaves, and is one of the least processed type of tea. For this reason, it contains the most antioxidants. Now, fish is filled with omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D and B2. Also is rich in calcium, and it's a great source of minerals. Fish is also a high protein and is low in fat. Tip number 5, centenarians keep moving and they stay productive. Most centenarians in the blue zone, they share that they prefer to walk or ride their bikes to places. They don't retire, and they don't even know what that word means. They just keep doing what they like and love, and they stay active. Research has shown that knowing your sense of purpose, it can actually up your life to 7 years. Tip number 6, they maintain a big sense of community. In these blue zones, what I notice is that they like to gather and just have a party, and everybody that is there, doesn't matter if they're little kids to middle-aged to old, they are all interacting the exact same way. There's no distinction about you're old and you're young. Everybody is just there having a good time, laughing, socializing, being together as a community. Also, centenarians put their families first. When I was growing up, my grandparents lived with us the whole time, all the way until I was 18. That was just the way that it was done. And we always had this wonderful sense of community. We always had our grandparents there. And it just, to me, just gave us such a great feeling. And it was just the way to do it. And then when I got older, I took care of my parents, and they lived with me. And my children actually thank me because they felt that they had their grandparents so close, and they had that bond in those moments that we were just always together. Okay, so we're getting ready for the last one, number 7. But before I do that, I wanted to give you a quick fact. Did you know that the oldest confirmed person alive was Jean Calment of France, who died in 1997 at the age of 122. Wow. Okay, so tip number 7 is every now and then, centenarians like to have a little drink or two. Having a little glass of wine moderately outlives non-drinkers, they say. The trick is to drink something with friends and with food. And this is just something that they do on a daily basis. And here you go. These are 7 amazing tips. Really not so difficult to do that we can implement in our lives. And just by changing a few things here and there, maybe we can add some extra years to our life. And think about how much are we going to gain if we are healthy, if we learn how to maintain this longevity, and we'll be able to see things that can happen with our grandkids and maybe having great grandkids and all that. I mean, that's what I'm looking forward to. So I'm doing everything I can here to change that in just little baby steps, adapting some of these rules, and hey, maybe it works. And if it does, I sure want to do it. So thanks for watching. I will see you soon. I'm going to keep researching